themselves in a hole, and it's going to take years to get out of it. If they let Marks do it, I think he's potentially a very good pick. Langdon will be fine. It's just, will ownership be patient? Will the Russians sit back and let somebody else do the job?
That's the major question. I mean, Kurt, with this situation in Brooklyn, we've talked about this a multitude of times on the show. They don't have much in the cupboard to go with. So
not at all.
Is it because of the fact that they can't land a Brian Colangelo or those types of guys, they have to go with the smaller name route or the take a chance on a flyer type of guy because of what their future looks like?
I don't know. They had to back the Brinks truck up. I mean, like Sean Marks was going to turn this down until they way upped his pay, and I'm sure promised him all sorts of autonomy. They was nervous about taking that job, but if they really wanted Brian, there's a price if you're willing to pay it. So I think it's more a matter of if you're going to build. Look, Marks was one of those guys who was probably going to get a job in the next 3 to 5 years anyway. He's a guy who was kind of on that cusp. So it's not a bad hire. If you're trying to build the Spurs, though, I mean, how long did it take the Spurs to build the Spurs? Like, it's going to take time. You're going to have to be patient, and you're going to have to go through some rough years, by the way. You're going to have to move, Thaddeus Young eventually and Brook Lopez down the line. For, who's the only, outside of Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, who's on that team that you want?
That's a great point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's move on. Let's move over to the other team in New York. Let's talk about the Knicks for a second. So Chauncey Billups said that the Knicks are being affected in free agency because of their unwillingness to let go of the triangle. What's your take on that?
It is going to scare off elite point guards. And if they're going, and look, they want Mike Conley. That's the guy at the top of their list this year. Obviously, that's been part of the problem this year, is that Jose Calderon is an okay offensive forward and is like I think an orange traffic cone is a better defender at this point.
Right.
So they need to change up at that end. Mike Conley is arguably one of the most underrated players in the NBA. Elite defender at the point, plus is a really runs a team well. If it wasn't in the West, where it was Tony Parker and Russell Westbrook and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, he'd have been an all-star already. Like, if it wasn't such a loaded conference. So they want to go after him, and he's going to have options. He's going to have a bunch of teams looking at him, and he's going to say, yeah, do I want to go there and have to play the triangle? And when we struggle, I'm going to hear about it from that New York media. Like, it's something that's going to give them pause. If he's not going to have the ball in his hands and get to make decisions, if he's going to have to play off the ball a lot more, like I said, he's going to have options where that's not the case.
Exactly.
Okay, and I have a question. Probably one of the biggest things that is, at least right outside of basketball, that's not happening on the court. LeBron again will be a free agent, and is there a chance that he's leaving Cleveland again?
No, I honestly don't believe that. Yeah, it got leaked, and it's been leaked through Stephen A. Smith at ESPN a couple times over the last few weeks.
Yeah, here we go, Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. Well, Stephen A's got some connection there, but to me, here's what's going on. LeBron wants leverage within that organization to make more changes this summer and push for things that he wants to see. The leverage he has is that he keeps short contracts and the threat of leaving. I mean, outside of just the general leverage that any superstar has, he's trying to manage that in a way that he's frankly that's part of why he left Miami. Like Pat Riley would have laughed at him. Yeah, but so I think it's more that than anything else. Because I mean, think about it, guys. To me, is it the same to you? Like if he leaves, he destroys his brand. Just like
of course.
I mean, there was all this. He went to be the villain in Miami. They won. Sports fans kind of got past it. But then he sells this whole thing about going home, and his popularity shoots back up with casual fans. And, that's a great story. He's going back home. He's going to win one for the land. He bolts again?
Yeah, he shoots his credibility.
Good. I mean, just he damages his Nike contract. He damages just so much stuff. I can't imagine he's going to do that. I really genuinely believe This is just about him trying to make sure he's got leverage in that organization, and he's going to try to do that as long as he can.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And actually, because you brought it up, I want to touch on it. Your opinion on this. LeBron, the GM, essentially is what this is becoming.
Yeah.
Is this something that he needs to stay away from? Because in my opinion, it is. It's something he needs to be focused on basketball and making his team the best they can be on the court, not necessarily behind the scenes. How do you feel on that?
Yeah, exactly. Look, when was the last time you saw an active player actually make really good personnel? We should, Carmelo's out today. We should totally get Rajon Rondo.
Right.
Yes. What they need is a non-shooting point guard. That would be ideal.
Right.
Who, by the way, doesn't defend that well anymore. Better than Calderon, but that's not saying anything.
Yeah, I'll say I can defend better than Calderon.
I think Kurt can out-defend Calderon right now.
Yeah, exactly. I play pickup once a week. I'm okay.
All right. That's how much Calderon plays.
I can't. But honestly, I think that's part of what he wants is, and I don't know that he wants total control. He doesn't want day to day, but he wants to be able to say, hey. Yeah, I'm for moving Kevin Love if we can get, whomever, whatever they're going to go after or whatever moves they make. He wants to be able to leverage that a little. I think he's very frustrated with the team that's there. And a team that's not, look, this team in Miami made sacrifices because they had veteran guys like Bosh and Wade who were willing to do that at that point in their careers. Love and even Irving, still, honest with you, in a large degree. Irving's not making those kind of sacrifices right now. He's not, taking the ball out of his hands and limiting himself. And it's hurting them.
Yeah, this team is dysfunctional, to say the least. And I think the word you're looking for, he wants to be involved in decisions, right?
Yeah. Right. And you know what? Superstars get to be consulted. If you have, I don't know, let's go with an easy one, a team that's going to do a lot of roster changes this summer. If you have Anthony Davis, you discuss it with him.
Of course.
It's fair. Because if Anthony Davis comes to you and says, I actually cannot stand player X,
you don't go get player X.
Then you're going to double take there.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't let them have total control, or you just end up with you end up sort of like with what the Cavs have now, in the sense that you get everybody's buddies together and look, those guys. I don't know. Does it remind you of the first year of Miami still, where they just still play next to each other, not with each other?
Exactly.
I think for me, it's like when you watch Cleveland, they still seem they're the most disorganized 40-something win team I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it's all talent.
It's all talent, and the fact of it. People say the East is watered down from top to bottom. I just think they just beat up on everybody because they're like the big bully in the neighborhood. They're just bigger than everybody else and stronger.
Yeah, they're just more talented. They're just better. Well, Kurt, it is what it is.
Honestly, that is why I was shocked that at the deadline, Toronto didn't make a move to go to the real four, because that's what's holding them back. Is they're playing Louis Scola every night, and then really he's not that good, so they get Patrick Patterson a ton of minutes. If you could go get an actual four, and it didn't have to be really good. If they could have gotten PJ Tucker would have been a huge upgrade to them. And if they could have gotten somebody like that, I'd look at that a little bit differently. The Cavs look vulnerable, but to who in the East right now?
Nobody.
Kurt, I was saying the same thing I've been saying at the deadline. Even if they didn't make a move, I thought signing J.J. Hickson from Denver would have been a good move.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been a smart pickup.
Here's a question for you before we let you out of here. We talk about LeBron James and the control in Cleveland. If somehow he does get this power struggle, will this be something players like, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant will start demanding for in the same situation if LeBron gets that type of power?
Chris Paul has had that. I mean, Doc Rivers is the coach of the Los Angeles Clippers because Chris Paul was in his free agent year and completely leveraged that. And by the way, it was a smart move.
Right.
For all my issues with Doc Rivers, it wasn't a bad call, but you'll already see them do that to a degree. Look, right now, if Kevin Durant wanted Sam Presti to walk around in a Batman costume all day, he'd do it. At this point, he's got complete control if he wants it, just to get him back. Other guys aren't quite as naked about leveraging it.
Exactly. Kurt, for let's you out of here, how's everybody get in contact with your social media and everything else?
You can find me. Look, we're at Basketball Talk. It's Basketball Talk on Twitter, or just go to NBC Sports NBA page. I don't know. I'm a plague on the internet. I'm not that hard to find.
Kurt Helin of Pro Basketball Talk on NBCSports.com. Kurt, thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Hey, anytime, guys. Take care.
Thanks a lot, Kurt.
All right, take care.
as we do every single week here on Full Court Press, we have our good friends at Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues send us over a brand new blues artist so everybody can have a chance to listen to. And tonight's nothing any different. Our good friend Ben Rice is coming with a brand new song called Item A off the album Live at the Purple Fox Loft. So take a listen to Ben Rice as we take a break here on Full Court Press Radio here on Sports Talk 1080 Team. We'll see you at the bottom of the hour.
Walking a sweet southern drum away, baby, it's all about a man. Baby, let me be your man. Well, the way you get loving, we could be more than friends. Oh, yeah.
We're all born with the blues, whether we want to admit it or not. Though you'll truly experience the blues from a different yet very unique perspective when you visit Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues. At Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues, you'll experience some amazing sounds from aspiring, talented musicians in the blues genre. Be sure to download Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues Android app from Google Play Store and get wired to the Rattled Beach Show on Friday nights. Blues on. YippieKiAYBlues.com.
East Conference. It is Wagner 26 and Fairleigh Dickinson 18, 7 minutes to go in the first. The Summit and the West Coast Conference, they'll have their champs decided this evening around 9 o'clock. The end of the Calvin Johnson era. He has officially retired from football after 9 seasons in the NFL. This breaking news, the Colts have re-signed veteran kicker Adam Vinatieri. The Dolphins and Mario Williams reportedly agreed to a 2-year deal for about $8 million a year. And a big one, the Jaguars rein in Malik Jackson, 6 years, $90 million, and $42 million is guaranteed. I'm Keith Irizarry, and this is NBC Sports Radio.
Hey, Bob, how's business? Is the new website helping?
Not good. I can't figure out how to get the website finished. How did you do it?
Easy. I called Web.com. They built my website for free.
Wow, free? Really? Web.com?
Yep, and in just 7 days. Then they promoted it on all the search engines.
Like Google, Yahoo, and Bing?
Exactly. And Web.com has helped grow my business so much, I had to bring on new staff.
Hey, if Web.com did it for you, they're perfect for me.
Web.com can build your website for free in as little as 7 days. If after 30 days you're happy with your website, we'll continue to provide promotion, hosting, support, and maintenance, all for just one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing. Call now 1-800-535-8815. That's 1-800-535-8815. Again, 1-800-535-8815. There is no upfront charge for building the website, after which the monthly fee applies. Rights to the website are relinquished upon cancellation unless otherwise purchased. Call now 1-800-535-8815.
Are you looking for a fun place to eat great seafood and watch live sports? Cajun Hotspot Seafood and Sports Bar offers boiled crawfish, live lobster, shrimp, crab legs, clams, mussels, oysters, and live blue crab in a house specialty sauce, po' boy sandwiches, and more. You can eat all of that, enjoy one of our specialty drinks from our full bar, and watch the game on one of our 16 TVs. Cajun Hotspot Seafood and Sports Bar, 7365 West Colonial Drive, on the corner of Colonial and Dorcher Road. Call 407-757-2165 and tell them Full Court Press sent you.
Welcome to LateNightParents.com. I'm your host, Ted Hicks. We have a weekly podcast where we sit down and talk with game changers in the sports, technology, education field, and we even do product reviews and giveaway. Why, you ask? Because we're all parents. So if you're ready for an up-close and personal look, then check out our podcast. New episodes are available every Thursday. That's LateNightParents.com.
Okay, how I'm supposed to love you if you cannot love yourself? Yeah, I know you independent, but you still gonna need some help. I still got love for the ones I lost. I never got a chance to return that call. I've been out of town, I left that summer in the same damn car. I ain't made it that far. Yeah. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Marcellus Javon, head designer for Hoop Culture. I'm kicking it right now with 1080 The Game Sports Talk. Make sure you check out the Hoop Culture flagship store located in Fashion Square Mall, right below the movie theater, for your chance to win free Magic tickets and come kick it with the team. Also, make sure you follow us on IG and Twitter at Hoop Culture and download our free app available for Androids and iPhones.
We are back for Full Court Press Radio on Sports Talk Today. The team. I'm your host, Dane Thompson, coming